So, you want to be an artist. Well, you've come to the right place. I'm Aiden, welcome to Studio Raphael, where we're going to teach you how to be an artist. First and foremost, let's start off with the definition of an artist. What is an artist? Well, according to Merriam-Webster, the artist has 4 definitions. Definition number 1, an artist is a person who creates art. Who would have thought? Using conscious skill and creative imagination. Definition number 2, a skilled performer, especially a musical or theatrical entertainer. Artiste. Now, definition number 3, or in my mind, the most important definition of an artist. A person who is very good at something. Something. So like, you can literally just be good at anything and you can be considered an artist? Well, yeah. That's kind of what we're saying here, is that, in a way, you're already good at something. You are an artist. You just didn't realize it.
But Aiden, I'm not good at anything. I can't play an instrument, I can't dance, and you definitely wouldn't want to hear me sing.
Hey, that's fine. You don't have to be a good singer to be an artist. In fact, you don't have to be good at music or sculpture or painting or any of the traditional art forms to be considered an artist.
Then how can I be an artist if I don't make any art?
Well, you do make art. You're just not aware of it.
Then, what's my art?
Well, if according to the dictionary, being an artist is being a person who is very good at something, then I'd say you're an artist in simply being yourself.
Huh?
Well, I'm not you. Nobody else is you. Nobody wakes up in the morning like you do. Nobody thinks the thoughts throughout a day you do. Nobody walks like you do. Nobody talks like you do. Nobody sounds like you do. Nobody is the character that is you. So, in actuality, your entire life and everything that you are is art. You are an artist. You're just not aware of it.
Interesting.
You're right. It is interesting. So, let's break it down. Everything in life is a creative act. Every step you take is creative. Every decision you make is creative. You could put the glass down you're holding anywhere, and yet you decided to put it down exactly where you did. You didn't think about it. You just did it. Much like an actor on stage in a theater, you are also an actor, but on the stage of life. So what do you notice about the best actors? The best actors play their role so well that you forget they're even acting. They simply become the character. Thus, really, the only difference between you and the actor playing a character is that you simply aren't conscious of the character you're playing, whereas the actor is. You've become so identified with the character that you forgot you were acting in the first place. So that's why our job as the artist is to become more conscious of our responses, reactions, and tendencies, and to get to know our character in order to adjust it through direction. So much like actors have a director for a play, we also have a director. Except our director isn't another person. Our director is a higher self. So what's the higher self? Well, the higher self is you at your highest potential. Just like there's an infinite amount of ways for an actor to portray a character, there's also an infinite amount of ways for you to play yourself. The highest self wants to show up to every situation as the best version of you. Your highest self wants to spread joy, spread happiness, spread positivity, and accomplish everything that it sets out to accomplish at your maximum potential. On the other hand, there's the character of your current ego. Your ego desires to keep you small. Your ego wants to stay comfortable, because if the ego were to act out of character and portray aspects of the higher self, what would people think? It's out of character. Not only is this out of character, but it's also risky, because now you're being seen. The ego knows that if it keeps itself small, it'll keep itself safe. There's no risk in repeating the same patterns, because your ego knows that it can continue to expect the same results even if it continues to tear you up inside, because you know you're meant for more. Your highest self is everything you. Your highest self is your expressive, loving, unique self that is completely and wholly you. There is no longer a desire to fit into a box, to be like everyone else. You're simply happy with your own authenticity. Being an artist is about being willing to stand out. It's about being willing to be yourself and to think like you, to act like you, not for the sake of anybody else, but simply for yourself. You already are an artist. Everything you do, everything you think, and everything you say is an artistic decision in this crazy little game we call life, whether you're conscious of it or not. The only difference between where you are now and you becoming your highest self, thus becoming your highest form of artist, is simply falling in love with your own authenticity and truly embracing every aspect of who you already are. Being an artist isn't about being commercial. It's not about making money. It's not about glorification. It's about being yourself. When you embrace every aspect of who you are, creating will be easy. The food you cook will be beautiful and delicious. The music you make will be expressive and honest. The paintings you paint and the drawings you make may still suck, but at the very least they'll be uniquely you. Just because you embrace all aspects of yourself doesn't mean you don't have to practice still. It just means practicing becomes less daunting because you embrace the fact that sucking at something is the first step towards becoming sort of good at it. Thanks, Jake the dog. This means that the difference between good art and bad art lies within authenticity. At the end of the day, you can be incredible at doing detailed drawings, but is that drawing authentic to you? You can be a talented music producer, but does the music you're making sound like you, or does it sound like somebody else? Don't you find it strange? We go about our day, we speak for ourselves, we do for ourselves, we make decisions that are all based around us, but as soon as we sit down to make art, we try and be somebody else? Why? Because maybe even though we spend the rest of our day being ourselves, we still feel as though we aren't good enough. So, you spend your entire day being yourself, but now in making art, which is supposed to be an artistic expression of your unique self in the form of a medium, you're trying to be somebody else? Don't you see the irony here? This is a reminder that you are good enough. So, become your brand. Embody all aspects of your being. You are unique, and that makes you special. Being an artist isn't about being in the spotlight. It's not about standing out, looking overzealous and illustrious for the sake of attention. It's just about being all of you, all the time. People are attracted to artists because artists are unique, but they're also proud of their uniqueness. This uniqueness is what allows an artist to shine. In contrast, what dulls us as individuals and keeps us from shining is our desire to fit in. When we desire to fit in, we dim our light for the sake of others, and instead of being the stars that we all truly are, we put people on pedestals because we wish we were more like them. But I promise you, no true artist ever desires to be like another, because a true artist knows that what makes them different is also what makes them special. Since when did an artist that broke the mold ever desire to fit in? So, congrats. You've been an artist all along. You are a co-creator with reality, and it's up to you to become a conscious manifester of your highest timeline in tandem with your highest self. Be willing to take risks. Be willing to embrace the unknown, and get uncomfortable in the process of becoming comfortable expressing everything that is uniquely you. Because at the end of the day, there's nobody else like you. And now more than ever, you, as your wholehearted, kind, loving, caring, and expressive self, are needed to help slowly but surely make the world a better place. Thanks for tuning in to Studio Raphael. My name's Aiden. I'm the founder, CEO, and lead visionary of Studio Raphael. My goal here is simply to help you step into your divine authenticity and to reconnect with your highest and most creative self. Through art, through play, and through expansive joy, my goal is simply to see you rise higher and higher, because nobody can be like you. And in our uniqueness, we all have something to offer. So I look forward to seeing what you have to share as your unique self, and I'm excited to see what Studio Raphael has to give us in the future. Once again, I'm Aiden. I'm wishing you well. Lots of love, and take care.